What I'd like to review with you in this video is the text wrap tool. There are a couple ways that you can get to it. You can either come up to here, and it's usually right around this area, or if you go under a window, you can go to text wrap. So there's a couple different ways I want to show you today. One, working with the pull-out quote, and you can see this is in a character style I set up previously. This is a placed image, and then I'll be also making something with the pen tool that you can edit a little bit more. So when working with this, I have my little column set up and different things like that. I can bring my quote in here, and you also want to pay attention to how big your box is with your quote and how much room you leave. So you can already see that it's starting to format around it. So you can come over here. This is no text wrap around the bounding box. Some of them don't technically have bounding boxes, like this box won't, because I placed it in. It has a circle, but InDesign will create like a fake bounding box for it. This is wrap around object shape. This is jump object, and then this is jump to next column. So if I come over here, we can come and we can edit the sides. Now it can definitely get tricky depending on the justification of your type. Obviously you can see that the right side looks a little bit nicer than the left because of the left justification on the right side. And even though this is the same justification, because the rags are located on the right side, the pull quote does look a little bit odd. So it can be done. You just have to pay close attention to your justification and tracking in. You have to play with that and be aware of that. So I'm going to move this out. So how I got this box in this shape, I just came over here to the ellipse, or you can even go right here to the ellipse of frame tool. I click and drag, holding down shift to keep it like that. Go Command D, which is hotkey for place. And I'll just pull an image. And there you go. Now if I push A, what that will do is give me the direct selection tool up here, the white arrow. I hold down shift again, and I'm in editing mode now for the inside of the circle. So not physically changing the circle size, just being able to edit and move what's inside the circle. And there we go. So I take him now, place him on here. And you can see again the reason why the type's not reacting to this is because I technically don't have a text wrap yet, but now I will. And again, even though this was placed in a circular object, it's not technically a bounding box, so InDesign made a bounding box for you. Even though it's very tight all over, you can see those empty gaps. This is much more likely wrap around object shape, and then you can play with that a little bit more. And again, that's building sort of that nice, comfortable cushion space around. And you can see again how this looks a lot nicer. The rags are all really messed up, but it does look nice here. And then you can even come in, if you wanted to, and edit. And no matter how you edit it, it will go back into that. So I could jump words and I can delete words, but no matter what I do, I will always keep the roundness and that cushion to what I want. And wherever you move that cushion follows. It will look different, obviously, because the type will be different, but you can move that around. So the third one I want to show you is if I come over here to my pen tool, and let's just make a shape. Let's make it sort of funky, and I'll add yellow to it. Coming over here again, bounding box, shape. See the comfort? You can see the cushion it creates around. And it can even do negative, so that doesn't really help because the type's going inside. But you can also come over to the pencil. And remember, with pencil, you can always delete or mess around with how your shape will turn out. So I am editing right on the spot, and the type is editing itself too. Again, obviously you don't want anything really like this, but it's good to know how these things function and how you can move things around. And how the type interacts with that too. So I hope this was a nice little review about the different ways that you can insert some type of graphic or type and work with text wrap. It is worth testing out and putting in some time just to really get a feel for it and understand it and have fun with it. You can also try all these options as well, depending on, again, what you're working with for your body copy and columns.